Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and I actually got my hands on a all-new 2020 Sequoia TRD Pro sooner than I thought I would. So this Sequoia is being provided to us by Brent Brown Toyota here in Orem, Utah. So if you are in the market for new Toyota, check out their inventory in the link below. As always, we're going to do a quick walk around the car, then we're going to take it out to see how it drives. Let's get right into the video. So under the hood here, we have a naturally aspirated 5.7 liter V8 that goes through a 6-speed automatic transmission. Power outputs are 381 horsepower and then 401 pound-feet of torque, with fuel economy being 13 around town and then 17 on the highway. And then note that the whole front end comes up, not just like a regular hood, it's like the whole front. Let's finish things up on the front end. Let's go to the hood first and foremost. You can see on the top of the hood, it's got these nice muscular lines. I think it's a really good look for the Sequoia. Now if we actually pop just down below, we can see the full LED lights. I actually really like the look of these new lights. Got the Toyota logo there in the center. And you can see here we've got the fog lights that are just down below. This is finished in the Army green color. So around the side here, we've got two 75mm tires on 18-inch rims. They say TRD right there in the center. I like the little red accenting. Got mud flaps just down behind. But yeah, these are a little bit more aggressive, obviously, for the off-road. You got these side steps that go all along the Sequoia. It says TRD Pro there on the side. Rims in the back are the same. And they got the roof rack up top, which I'll show you that later. But here is a view of the side. You've got the key fob here. You've got a couple functions. You've got your lock and your unlock. And then you've got the function for the tailgate to essentially open that up. To remote start it, you just have to press that button twice and then hold it, and that'll do the remote start. And then the tailgate, you just have to hold that down, and then that is what will release the rear hatch. But we've got the car all unlocked, so this is the other way to open up the tailgate, is just pull that, and then the tailgate will pop right open. Now coming into the rear here, notice that you do have a third row. You've got a little first aid kit back here, but you can, raise or lower the third row with these little controls right here. Pretty nice functionality. Extra storage just underneath right there. Got a little 12-volt in the back, and then when you do want to shut the rear hatch, there's this little loop that you can kind of pull down. I've noticed, like I said in the other Sequoia reviews, it doesn't really work. The best way that I found is just to throw it down and then it'll shut. Now finishing things up in the rear, let's go over the rack first and foremost. So you guys can see it's got a roof rack up top that comes with all of the TRD Pros. And then out back, you've got the blacked out Toyota logo, Sequoia badging, and it says TRD Pro right there on the back. You see the exhaust tip just out back there as well. You got all your plugins for towing, more parking sensors. This is the part that really dates the SUV though, is these taillights. I wish they were LEDs, but they are not. And one more look at the rear of the TRD Pro Sequoia. Now coming to the rear of the Sequoia, here is the door panel. So we can see that we've got this kind of soft touch right here. One of the window controls, you got your little door handle, a couple cup holders in that area, and then coming over here, we have the seat in the front. So we've got the full red stitching right here on the seat. And then we can come over here to see that you've got all your little power outlets, climate controls, all that kind of stuff. And then this pulls out right here for some cup holders. You kind of got to muscle it though to get it out and in. Full rubber floor mats. This is captain chairs. And then you can see the third row in the back. You actually have a decent amount of legroom with that third row seating. And then here's just one more look at the rear. Now coming to the front, notice that there are the little running boards there on the side. Here's the door panel for the front, so cup holders at the bottom. Then you got the nice padding, you got all of your window controls, door handle, you got your door lock and unlock, speaker for the sound system, then you've got the little ashtray right there. I accidentally opened up the window, my bad. But here are the seats in the front. Sorry about that, I had to move some stuff off the seats, but you can see that you've got the red contrasted stitching. It says TRD Pro at the top right there. I really like the look of these seats. Full power adjustment right there, and then you can actually adjust this part out if you want for a little bit more bolstering. And then obviously move the seat backwards and forwards. Pedal layout just down below. You've got your little hood latch, which is right there. That's for your tailgate, and then you've got your lights. Mirror adjustments are right in this area, and then the steering wheel is going to be manually adjustable. And then here's one more look at the front. So to start up the TRD Pro, if you just put your foot on the brake, push the push start, and then it'll fire right up. All the gauges will do a sweep and everything will come to life. Here is our steering wheel for the TRD Pro Sequoia. Now we can zoom in, you can see the Toyota logo there in the center. You got all these controls that are for the little center stack. Cruise control's kind of hiding right there behind the steering wheel. And then you got your lane departure assistance, your collision warning in the front. Phone controls are over on this side with all your voice commands. And then the steering wheel, you can see it's got some nice stitching on it. And then you got your stock for the windshield wipers. And then on the other side, you got your stock for the lights and the turn signal. Here's our gauge cluster in the Sequoia TRD Pro. You can see you've got RPMs on the left side, on the right side you've got your speed, and then you got the little menu which you can scroll through a couple different things, just give you different bits of information on the vehicle, just like all of the other upgraded Toyotas. Nothing too fancy happening there. You've got the center screen. We're going to pop it in reverse so you can see the backup camera that pops up with that. Pretty good resolution on the camera right there. But you can see here with the screen, so you've got the analog buttons there on the sides of the screen. And then you can see it also doubles as a touchscreen. I feel like the response time on it is actually pretty good with the buttons and then also with the touchscreen functions. You can see it's got the navigation function on it. Pretty good functionality in general right there. Nothing too crazy happening though. Got all of our climate controls down here. It is a dual zone climate. On it you do get heated seats for the front. A couple charging stations down there in that area. You got a little locker right there. You've got your tow haul mode, your two-wheel drive, you've got your four-wheel high, and then your four-wheel low as well. And then we've got cool controls over here. You've got your stability control, your parking sensors. That is for the rear window. So just like all the other Toyotas that have, you know, the window, it goes all the way down and up, which I think is a cool feature. I feel like more vehicles should have that functionality right there. But continuing, we've got the shifter here for that 6-speed automatic. You can shift the gears yourself if you'd like. Cup holders in this area. And then you got the center console, which you can lift it up. Tons of storage space in the center console in general. And then we can come over here. We've got the glove box situation. So you can see it's a dual glove box that opens up. And I feel like it's a ton of storage space. It's just solid in general. Now we've got our little sunglass holder up in this area, and then you got your light controls, and then this is for the sunroof. It is just a singular sunroof. You can see the whole roof rack situation up top, which is pretty cool. I like the material up here. It's actually pretty soft to the touch. It is a lighter colored headliner. Other than that, nothing too fancy up here. Now let's finish things up on the Sequoia TRD Pro by going over pricing. So this particular Sequoia TRD Pro stickers for about $66,000 before any type of market adjustment, which the joke is always that it has the Toyota tax or the TRD tax. Obviously all the TRDs go for quite a bit of money. That all being said though, let's take the Sequoia TRD out to see how it drives. So before we set off in the Sequoia TRD, let's talk about visibility. Visibility of the hood, just like all the other Sequoias. See visibility throughout the mirror, and then you've got little turn signal that'll pop up there, which I think is pretty cool. Visibility throughout the other mirror, and then you can see visibility throughout the rear, really solid. I mean, it's got big giant windows all around, so it's really easy to see out of the Sequoia. However, let's set off. Now, initially setting off in the Sequoia here, let's talk about road noise and ride quality. So in terms of road noise and ride quality, it's just like all of the other Sequoias. I feel like it rides really smooth and there's not a whole lot of road noise that comes in. Even though it does have a little bit more aggressive tires, it's really not changing things up all that much. I mean, it's still pretty similar to any other Sequoia, so very comfortable, very smooth, and the cabin is really well insulated. Now let's talk about steering. So the steering on it is extremely light. I would definitely call it, you know, kind of more in the middle in terms of directness. It's definitely, you know, not super direct for an SUV, but then you just have this nice, like, light, effortless steering, which, again, it's a really nice feeling if you want something that's just very light and just easy to steer. Now let's get a little acceleration here with the Sequoia. Yeah, I mean, it gets up to speed really well. I feel like the acceleration on this is actually pretty solid in general. That 5.7 liter V8, it's a really good engine. The thing that I will say about this engine is I feel like it's got enough power and torque. I just wish it was paired to something like an 8-speed automatic, at least just something with a few more gears that would help with fuel economy. But I mean, if they did offer more power on this, I would not complain at all. Now to wrap things up on the Sequoia TRD Pro, where this kind of stands is this obviously is not going to be nearly as popular as the 4Runner TRD Pro. That's where most of the people are going to put their money towards, just because the 4Runner is such a strong name in the off-road SUV segment. However, if you want a little bit larger sized SUV and you want something that's actually pretty close to what the Land Cruiser is in terms of off-road capability and then also space on the interior, then that's what the Sequoia TRD Pro is. However, it's still not over $80,000, which the Land Cruiser is. And so if that's kind of what you are looking for, then this Sequoia TRD Pro is the perfect fit for you. And there we have it, everyone, the 2020 Sequoia TRD Pro. I feel like even though I don't like the taillights as much as the headlights, I love this angle on the Sequoia because you can see the whole rack and everything, and it's just a cool angle on the car. But anyways, if you're stopping for the first time, please subscribe, comment down below what you thought, and then again, a big shout and thank you to Brent Brown Toyota here in Orem, Utah, for providing us with the Sequoia. Check out their inventory in the link below. I'll see all of you in that next video.